Hello, Pete's Packs here, and we're back with Mystery Mail Call. Today is March 11th, and we have 25 packages that came in over the past week. Might have gone a little overboard on ordering some stuff for the channel and ordering some Gunpla stuff. Speaking of which, I am going to try my best to start streaming again. I don't know exactly when I will be doing it. Still figuring that out. Scheduling is a little weird right now because we have a whole bunch of stuff going on, but that is something I would like to do. If that's something that you're interested in, please leave a comment about it. Well, let's get started. First off, we have something from Resident of Walnut Creek, California. It's kind of an interesting one. But we should also have some stuff in here for Throwback Thursday. Found some stuff for a fairly decent price. So maybe that'll be in here. Alright, this is something from eBay. This is some of our Stronghold stuff. So like we've got 2 decks in Stronghold. Okay. We just finished up Tempest last week. So I was hoping that some of the Stronghold stuff would come in so we could do Stronghold this week. Looks like we have Call of the Core. Very nice. Sealed too. And we have the Sparkler, continuing the Wrath cycle. Nice. Alright, next up we have something from Adam Frudenvol in Rochester, New York. So it is mostly boxes today. I don't think we have any small envelopes. I did see, I think I saw something came in from Card Kingdom, which that's exciting. Alright, looks like we got some Exodus here, which is the 3rd set in the Wrath cycle. Yeah, we have a sealed Migraine from Stronghold. So that's 3 out of the 4 Stronghold decks so far. And we have Groundbreaker from Exodus, which I accidentally bought again. So we might do this as a giveaway at some point. With massive land destruction capability, Groundbreaker will keep your opponent powerless until you've set up the finishing blow. Interesting. Explore the strength of Groundbreaker and leave your opponent in the dirt. This is also... Exodus is when they switched over to doing the expert level things. I believe the first set that had expert level was 6th edition. And if I remember correctly, 6th edition came out between Stronghold and Exodus. This is also the first set... Actually, I may be wrong on that. I think 6th edition might have come out just after Exodus. Because Exodus, if I remember correctly, is the first set where they had the colored rarities on the what's it called? On the set symbol. Okay, let's check that real quick. When did Exodus come out? Sets. Let's see. This is Dust and Tempest. Okay, so 5th edition came out in 97. Tempest also came out in 97. We had Exodus in 98, June of 98. Then we had Portal Second Age just after it. Yeah, so Exodus was the first set that had the rarity indicator on the cards. And then 6th edition came out. So I guess that's also when they introduced the expert level. because I know they didn't have that on Stronghold. And then 6th edition came out in 99. Yeah, April 21st of 99. Alright, next we have something... Let's go with the smaller one. Next we have something from Tyler Young in Huntsville, Alabama. We actually have 2 things from Tyler Young, as you can see. It's another window, so I can see on my preview. First thing from Huntsville, Alabama. Looks like another Exodus piece. Yeah, funny enough, I did buy Groundbreaker like a year ago. Here's my other Groundbreaker. So we have 2 of them now, in preparation for, you know, Throwback Thursdays. And finally got around to doing the rest. So we have Dominator from Exodus. Let's see. Rule the skies with big creatures and strong denial cards. Dominator will fly over defenses and keep your opponent down. Take the air, take control. Very cool. Next up, we have the other package from Tyler. Which is another deck. And we have Widowmaker from Exodus. So we have 3 of 4 for both Exodus and Stronghold so far. I did buy all 4 of both. I accidentally bought the extra Groundbreaker. But again, we'll give that out. Let's see. Next up, we have something from Huntington Beach, California, from Blake Moloshko. Sorry, Blake, if I butchered your name. Also try to break down some of the boxes as we go, just so I don't get buried in boxes like I did last time. I had to call a friend to help. They were like, how are you stuck? Oh, we have a Gundam Epion from Generation F, which is this cool, super deformed set that they did of various other ones. Got that mini Epion, which is number 47. This was only released in Japan, if I remember correctly. So, Generation F was a really cool, so SD, so super deformed, kind of 3D animated series that they did for Gundam. It's outside of all the usual timelines, and it pulls Gundams from all different series. So that's a neat little pickup. That's actually surprisingly hard to find. It's from 2000 originally, so it's 26 years old. Next up, we have something from Diecast's Life from Alhambra, California. All right. Interesting. some kind of wax paper for this. All right. We have one of the Middle Eastern nations from Gundam Wing. So it's the WMS-3 Maganak. Or Maganak. Not entirely sure. That's one of the ones that was alongside Petra, if I remember correctly. That like Abel and all of them had. Those were his buddies in the main series. Very cool. I'm a huge Gundam Wing fan, but it has also been long enough that I forget the names of some of the characters, but I do remember Catra. Catra was my absolute favorite. Gundam Sandrock, my absolute favorite of the Operation Meteor Gundams, and Epion was my favorite Oz Gundam. Alright, we have here, looks like a set of minis, mini Gundams. Yeah. Oh, this is the Gundam 20th Anniversary series from '99. Alright. Yeah, so we've got the Wing Zero, specifically the Wing Zero Custom, the RX 178, the alternate RX 178, the RX 93, and the MS09, which is the DOM. I don't know why I remember that. Very cool. That should be the full series of them, and these are like super minis. I think they're 1/200th scale. Not sure. It does not say. Or if it does, it says it in Japanese in such a way that I can't read it. Usually you can see the scale on them. Okay, so the Mark II. Mark II what? Was it the... Oh, there we go. So, oh, it is the DOM. So the DOM, the V Gundam, Gundam Mark II, Gundam Mark II alternate color pathway, and the Wing Zero Custom. Very nice. And these were originally 200 yen. That's cool. And I wish... I miss when minis were cheap. Right. That's a small loud noise. Gotta pop these big old things. We've got 25 packages to open today, so some of them, well, most of them are off camera at the moment. We'll be pulling them onto camera. Okay. So got those. The decks back here into the queue. Alright, so next up we have something from Crash Comics in Paducah, Kentucky. I'm so sorry to anyone out in Kentucky for butchering the name of that. Sometimes words are hard, man. Especially names. Names are hard. This is taped all up. So, Let's see, I wonder if this is cards or Gundams. Maybe it's Gundam cards. We've gotten that in once or twice. Alright. Well, I mean, they wrapped it up fairly well. Whatever it is. It is our last deck for Stronghold. It is also sealed. It is the Spikes. Gotta love the Spikes from Stronghold. All right. Let's get some of the stuff on the periphery that's a little less flat out of the way. This is from Card Kingdom in Monroe, Washington. Now this, I have a good idea of what it is. And this is one of my favorite modes of Magic. And they did my least favorite thing in the world. Just use packing peanuts. I guess it's not my least favorite thing, but I am not a fan. And they taped a sticker. An untap upkeep board wipe sticker. Interesting. Gotta make room in the trash can for all these peanuts. But if you have watched the channel long enough, especially if you watched the original run of the Birthday Bonanza, way back in July of 2024, I believe? Yeah, the first Birthday Bonanza, back in July of 2024, I opened a Vanguard gift box that had the complete first series of Vanguard avatars, or Vanguard cards, for Magic the Gathering. Released back in, I think it was 96 or 97. And it has always been my favorite way to play Magic that's a little different. Now, some of these are duplicates in my collection, just because they are ones that I enjoy. And then there's some that are new additions. So, let's see what we got. So we got Gix, we got Meraxus, we got Sarah, we got Sidar Kondo, very cool. We got Sisay, which I know I already had Sisay, but it was a good price. Stark, that is a duplicate. Takara is a duplicate. That was originally only available in an issue of, it was either Scry, Duelist, or Upper Deck. I think it might have been the one from Duelist. We have Titania, which is surprisingly expensive. It was one of the Series 4 ones, if I remember correctly. But it has art by Rebecca Guai. We have Ashnod. We have Baron, which is a duplicate. Krovax, which is a duplicate, one of my favorites. Eladamri, which is a good one. And finding sleeves for these are actually kind of difficult. In our second batch, we have Airtie, which is a very good one. Which gives all your creatures hexproof. Grieven Ilvek, speaking of which, from the Wrath Cycle. Lina, also from the Wrath Cycle. Mishra. This was the first appearance of Mishra, if I remember correctly. Then we have Multani. Very nice. Oracle. Selenia. Sliver Queen, Broodmother. cheapest version of Sliver Queen, funny enough. Squee, which is a duplicate Thanos. Nice. Urza. Good old Urza. And then we have Zancha. First appearance of Urza as a card also. Same for Zancha. Actually, same for several of those characters. Very nice. Let's check our order, make sure there wasn't anything we needed to verify. I paid way too much for those. Alright. Like I said, we have something from Legendary Comics in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Right. Let's see what we got. I believe I ordered some Deadpool comics, and that might be what this is, or this might be the Gundam comics. We got. Either way, I need to flip this over. Or Gundam comics. Okay. They did something I really prefer that people not do. But it's okay. How do I get out of it? So they put it inside of an oversized bag. Probably a Silver Age bag, that's what it looks like. And we have Gundam The Last Outpost, issues 2 of 4 and 4 of 4. So, we will also be trying to get a hold of the rest of that series. For now, that's what we have. Nice. All right. Except we have something from Valentine Wolf in Greenville, South Carolina. This is a band that I ran across fairly recently, and I thought they were pretty chill, so ordered a couple of their albums. They're kind of goth band-esque. It's like they added a poem. Oh, neat. They signed the albums. Winter Night Whisperings, Tales from the Dream Witch. Very cool. Oh, there's 2 more in here. That's neat. Then we have Valentine Wolf. Oh, Lullabies, Love Songs, and Laments. And then Lost to the Night. A nifty little postcard. And we've got some vinyl. And a handwritten lyric sheet. That's cool. Yeah, we got Tales from the Dream Witch on vinyl and Lost to the Night on vinyl, both signed. Very cool. Love that kind of stuff. And a little handwritten card. Neat. I love weird music, and I love supporting small and especially local artists. It's not super local, but it is more or less in my neighborhood. Or my neck of the woods, depending on how you want to say it. Granted, I am in North Carolina, not South Carolina, but they're fairly close. Next stack. Got some stuff from Japan. Got a thing that keeps wanting to jump out of my hands. Made a little bit of room. Let's move some stuff. Right. Move some stuff out of the way anyway. All right, next up we have something from Waterly LY FPOAP. Not sure where this is from. Looks like I cut off part of the thing, but I think that's Army Post. FPO would be Foreign Parcel Office, I believe. Right. What do we have here? Looks like we have the Clear Color Heavy Arms Custom. Cool. And a sticker for Gundam Aerial Rebuild. Gotta love getting random stickers. There we go. Nice Gundam Heavy Arms Custom from the HG After Colony series. Is that the same series? It looks like that's the same series as my Sandrock a couple weeks ago. I bought the full set of the 5 or 6 Gundams. I don't remember how many were in that particular promo. But I did get the full set of them, I believe. Unless they did like a Leo or something else in the clear pathway like that, or clear colorway, I guess, like that way. Right. Next up, it looks like we have Leo and a tall clear. This just says Leo, so it should be just the base Leo model. The Leo is the mobile suit that you see getting blown up most of the series. They're kind of the red shirts of the Oz world. Yeah, and this is the Oz 06 MS space type. So this is the purple Leo. So there's a purple one, which is the space type. Then there's the green one, which is the standard one. And there's the blue one, which has a weird kind of backpack thing, which is the underwater Leo. Or the water type Leo. So, a bunch of variants of it. It is the common mobile suit for the Gundam Wing franchise. Still a cool mobile suit. Like, it very much reminds me of oh, what's the name of the game? Armored Core. Some of the base units in that. Or like Front Mission. The Wanzers. Or Vonzers. Yes. Alright, yeah, nice and wrapped up in saran wrap. This is a 144 scale, which means it should fit on my little display shelf. I finished my first of the 1/100th scale Gundams, and they don't fit on my display shelf. They're too tall. So I'm gonna have to get a new display shelf. But they do fit on the top two shelves, which are open. But that's cool. Got the Leo space type. This might be the Tall Geese clear colorway. Not sure. Which is kind of a misnomer, because the one that they did in the clear colorway was actually the Tall Geese 2. But they just called it the Tall Geese. Oh, this is Tall Geese 3. Endless Waltz version. And this should be the limited clear colorway. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Saran wrap is great for packing, but it is a pain to get off. This. Okay. This is the Tall Geese 3, though. Which is pretty sweet. There's not a whole lot of models of the Tall Geese 3. This is from the action fighting series that they did of the Endless Waltz pieces. Very cool. This one, is this the clear? This is the clear version. Yeah, the clear and silver version. That's going to be a fun model to put together. But this is the limited version that they did. It's like a little worse for wear, but still nice. Beautiful. Good old Tall Geese 3 in the 144 scale. Let's get some more down from our stack. All right, next up we have something from Cyberspace Comics in Huguenot, New York. Okay. This should be another Gundam comic, I think. I haven't been hyperfixating on something at all lately, have I? Little hyperfixations. It is Gundam Outpost, or the last Outpost, number 3. Apparently they decided it was a good idea to tape it down to the shipping board, even though they had a bag and board in here. I disagree with that thought process. It's fine. It's all good. Yeah, Gundam The Last Outpost, number 3 of 4. So to recap, we have 2, 3, and 4 now. Maybe we have 1 delivered with this. I am the hat trick kind of geek, I guess. Let's see. What is this from? Galactic Toys in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Okay. Right. Huh. So it's another Maganac. I don't remember buying 2 of these, but I'm glad I did. Because there's 2 different loadouts that this has. So you can have the loadout with the rifle and the shield, just the rifle, the axe and the shield, and just the axe. So it's at least interesting loadouts that I can line that up with. That, and I really like the Maganac. It is a cool... It is a very cool mobile suit. It is one of the... I think it's one of the most realistic designs out of the bipedal mobile suits in the series. Just because of how it is suited for... Like, it is built to suit its environment and a very specific purpose. It's an interesting one. Like, it's not one of the big flashy ones, but it is very interesting. Yeah, and those are exactly identical, so I must have gotten them to do 2 different loadouts. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Ooh, we have something... I got excited because this had easy open packaging, and then it didn't want to easy open. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. Oh, that's gorgeous. It's one of the limited... It's the limited item Gundam Death Scythe in the clear colorway. That's going to be so much fun. Another one in the 144 scale. So, that's going to be fun. Like, I really enjoyed the 1/100 scale. But it is a big time dedication. I've got some 160 scale stuff that I've got my eye on that may or may not be a good idea based on the time investment. Next batch. Oi! Some heavy stuff. All right. First off, let's go with the book. Now, this is from Thrift Books in Dallas, Texas. They're kind of hit or miss, but usually they do pretty well by me. And we have the Traditional Crafts of Persia by Wolf. What that is, it's just their little packet of promotional stuff. This is a woodworking book. I am very much a maker. I enjoy making things from models to furniture to all kinds of stuff. It's a book from MIT Press from the 60s that has some really interesting techniques that a friend of mine put me onto. So And take a look at it and get some more knowledge. Love learning skills, especially old traditional skills for crafts. It just tickles a special part of my brain, and it helps me feel closer to several of my relatives that I was very close to that have since passed. All right. Let's see. Next, we have something from Linda McCone in Donaldson, Florida. I believe this is a pair of woodworking books, or a woodworking and art book about China. Let's see. It's a little thank you card. Thank you for your purchase. Enjoy. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for the card, I guess. Let's see. Travel. It's an old travel guide for China. A very old travel guide, apparently. It's kind of cool. I think this is the thing I was after. Yes, it is. Special edition for members of the Bucks County Historical. That's fascinating. China at Work by Rudolph P. Hummel. Very nice. Or is it D. Hummel? P. Hummel. Yeah. The scarce special edition for BCHS members. Photos throughout. Report of an expedition instigated by Dr. Mercer to study and record the tools of the Chinese nationals. Okay. Very cool. This is what I was after. This book was way more expensive than I thought it was going to be. But it has also been out of print for, 60 years. So, that's the whole thing. Put the travel guide on the back of it. And then we have China Sights and Insights. Oh, I remember when they discovered the buried terracotta warriors. I remember reading about that when it was discovered. Or uncovered, I guess. Very cool. Tongue pomegranate. Yanqian. Very cool. Cool. I will nerd out with those over the next few weeks. All right. Next we have our first big one. Big one. This is from Ashi Kawaguchi Shi in Japan. Very cool. It says model toy on the customs declaration. This is from Kawaguchi Shiaka Shinoa, or Shonai. Shiyaku Shonai. Province. Or area. At least the mailing area. I collect these little mail stamps. I'm trying to get one from each province that does them. Oh, and I tore that one. Ooh. I'll try to cut that little one off. They all look the same, except for they have the name of the prefecture or province on them. Very cool. Add that to our little collection. The rule on that collection is I have to get them like incidentally through purchasing things. Like I can't intentionally purchase something from Japan in that region with the intent of harvesting the postal stamp. So there's some that'll definitely be more difficult to incidentally get. And I believe I know what this is. This should be a case, 2 cases of blind boxes. If it's what I think it is. Oy. So much bubble wrap. Oh my gosh, there's another layer. Well, I mean, they wanted to make sure I got here safely, I guess. They could have just used a box. Alright. So we got 2 cases of the Gundam Superior Define micro miniatures. I believe these are like 1/200th scale, something like that. But there's Wing Gundam Zero, Endless Waltz, Musha Z Gundam, Kirenji SP, Burning Gundam, Gundam TR6, Woundwort, and HY GOG. So, very cool. We got 2 cases of them. Partially because they're fun, small minis that I can do in about an hour. And I wanted to guarantee I completed the set. And I thought this would be a cool gift for some of the extras for my nieces and nephews. Because whenever they're over and I'm building model kits, they're like, oh, I want to build a model kit. And some of the ones that I've gotten them have been a hit and some of them haven't. Because they want to do the same kind of models that their uncle's doing. And I haven't been able to find very many Gundam models that are appropriate for their age range. These seem like they'll be a big hit. Right. Got that. Next up, we got something from Purple Parrot. I really need to make a better top-down kind of thing for this kind of stuff. Purple Parrot and Manchaca, Texas. Manchaca. Purple tape is kind of neat. Don't see that every day. We got a Tall Geese model kit, partially used. Okay. Pull this out. Oi! Big old box. Gotta break this down real quick. My goal for not this year, but next year is to be able to dedicate enough space to have a permanent top-down recording area for doing mystery mail call and other big things. Because, like, there's a lot of stuff I haven't been able to do on the channel because of space constraints. Like, I would love to be able to do a collection breakdown and just get everything in one shot. And I could probably solve that by getting a better set of cameras and just learning how to use them. But it's just finding time in the day. You know, I usually have an hour, maybe an hour and a half to record most days. And that includes any editing, which I try to avoid editing because of that. Oop. Fascinating paper wrap on this. Boy. Knocking stuff all over the place, including the mic. Okay. That's a big kit. Oh, it's one of the Dragon Momoko kits. So these are not actually Bandai kits. They are made by a third party of Dragon Momoko. They make some super detailed kits. That's really cool. I didn't realize that's what this was. But this is the Tall Geese 1 and the 1/100th scale. And they did at least the Tall Geese 1 and Tall Geese 3. I think they also did the Tall Geese 2. That's cool. This is from 2014 also. So that's actually kind of a hard to find model kit. Very cool. Down to the last 4. So we have one from Joe Engel in Spokane, Minnesota. All right. What have we got here? Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff in this. Okay, we're gonna have to do something a little different. Open that on the ground. Oh. Big old thing of bubble wrap. Alright, so looks like we got a Leo S This is from the after. This is after Colony, but I think this is from after the events of Gundam Wing during the Mars era, or during the Mars calendar. This is a variation of Oz's flagship, general purpose Leo with comprehensively upgraded specifications. Let's see. It belongs to Oz Prize, an organization under the direct control of Dermail Catalonia, the head of the Romfeller Foundation, and was dedicated to Rochi Natono, a member of the Stardust Knights, the core team of Oz Prize. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely in the Mars calendar during the events after Endless Waltz. Alright. There's at least 3 more kits also in this box. Let's see what they are. I believe this is the full set of the special Leos. Yeah, the Leo R. Oh, no, it's just 2 more kits. And the Leo N. Very cool. That's just neat. So those remind me a lot more of like the Universal Colony sort of mobile suits than the Gundam Wing, or the Gundam Wing ones. So the After Colony and Mars Century calendars. All right, that is cool. Very neat. Why a Gundam needs a cape? I don't know. Why a Gundam needs hair? I don't know. But it looks cool. It looks real cool. Alright. We got that. Now we got this. Oh, why is that so heavy? Holy crap. We got those 2. There. And then we've got the giant one that came originally from New Type, but I don't think is directly from New Type. All right, we have something from Wei Wu and J Collectibles in San Gabriel, California. And this is heavy. It's way heavier than you expect this box to be. Oh, because it's full of bricks. Oy. It is the full set of... Oh man, that's dense. It's a full set of manga. Which explains why it's so dense. Oh, that is cool. So the Glory of the Losers. Mobile Suit Gundam Wing manga. Cutting this open is probably a mistake, but I'm going to do it anyway. Ooh, these are still sealed. Hold up. I'm okay. Yeah, these are still sealed. It doesn't make any sense for me to bust these out. I'm not going to flip through them on camera. I'm not going to sit here and peel them. But we have the full Gundam Mobile Suit Gundam Wing Glory of the Losers series, which covers the events after Endless Waltz, if I remember correctly. We should also have an Endless Waltz manga coming, but that will show up in its own time. Next, we have something from the Nerd... There's something from the Nerd Mall in Woodbury, New Jersey. I was going to take a second. Get some water. Jeez. It's probably... Some of the boxes are rather perfumed. The environments that some people keep their stuff in is fragrant. Leave it at that. Fragrant. Okay. This looks like it's coming from Penguin Random House. Or reusing a box from Penguin Random House. It's at the Nerd Mall. I see an invoice. Alright. So it's a regular Leo. Oh, and some... Thanks, but no thanks. I don't take candy from strangers. Unless they're really cool. Yeah, I would... Why would you put a thing to inspect for damage inside of it? Like, come on. I've already opened the box at that point. Alright. Looks like we have one thing in here. This box feels... No, just a bunch of packing material. That is a heavy box. The rest of the box is heavier than this. So this is the regular Leo. So the mass-produced suit. I don't know why I flipped it to the back. But there's some really cool stuff. And it has two different loadouts. Well, it has actually several different loadouts. Looks like this comes with a pair of beam sabers, a shield, a flamethrower, and a machine gun option. Very cool. And it's fully articulated. Neat. It's from the Gundam Evolution Project. Or Gunpla Evolution Project. Nice. So we have most of the Leo variants. At this point, we're missing the water type Leo. So, yeah, we're missing the blue one. But that should be coming in the next week or so. And last but not least, we've got this giant R-Type. Or not R-Type. R-Type is a game, New Type is a store. This giant New Type box from Domingo Gonzalez. So let's get into this. If we can. Okay. Okay. Domingo really taped this well. See, if I was smart, I would have gone through the bottom where it had the just the New Type tape. Okay. That part. Slice the side. Okay. When it's Oh, that looks cool. What is that? Obviously a death scythe of some kind. Whoa, that is huge. All right. So we're gonna put that. That there. I can now no longer get out of my office. Oh, that's cool. So there's some kind of death scythe. Oh, what is this? LH. Is that the Li Hua model kit? Oh, that's massive. I'm gonna have to do a video just for this. That's cool. All right. Well, I think that is the end of what we have for today. My office is kind of a disaster zone now, but this looks so cool. That's humongous. I think it's like, see, it's 8 inches tall and then 18 by 20, something like that. That's cool. All right. Well, thank you for joining me on this adventure. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff for the algorithm. It really helps us out and I really appreciate it. And until next time, stay awesome. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.